I don't know if you guys saw this Street Fighter footage and two other matches, a Dee Jay versus Dhalsim set, a JP versus Blanka got posted. You know, they were not officially posted. They were during SFL, which is like, you know, I think handled by another broadcast company and a bunch of stuff. A lot of streamers and like people watched them and then uploaded it to YouTube and then they got copyright struck. Now it's officially on Street Fighter's YouTube. This match has a lot of cool stuff. I mean, I'm sure a lot of you think Marisa's cool. Dude, look at her. She is fucking huge. Look, like, first of all, I think Manon is quite tall. She's absolutely trying to wreck you. That's for damn sure. And what's it called? This is cool. This is like a target combo that she has that when she hits you with it, she's like got a nice little whiff punish here. It pulls you in and then she can do like a regular throw, strike, or she can do command grab. That's like a common thing that she can do, right? Dude, she gets down. It kind of reminds me of a wrestling stance, almost. Yeah, that I don't know what that string was gonna be afterwards. That looks like an armored anti-air from Marisa. That is a jump scare. Do you see that slide? Her drive rush seems like it doesn't reach that far. Maybe it's the normal she tried off of it, but like, yeah, that didn't go anywhere. That shit was like only a little bit. That also looks terrifying. She covered so much screen space. This looks like a target combo she can delay of some kind, right? The second hit on this catches a button in between. It also is like very close to burning her out, which is a little scary too, right? This move looks like when you hit them with it, it like stuns them and lets you get a guaranteed command grab. Bam, that shit did hella. Look at the kick after, by the way. Ugh. Look at the drive gauge. Hold on. You just lost 2 bars for blocking 2 moves? All right. That time goes for the command grab. Doesn't really look like she gets any pressure off it though. Yeah, and her drive rush seems kind of like it didn't go that far either. What up, Strawberry Slushy? Damn, the neutral jump. Combo into the hit throw. This was cool too. I actually really like that anti-air. And you have to spend the EX obviously to go to level 2, right? The way super cancels work in the game, you can cancel into level 1s off of like, you know, launchers and just by themselves. Level 2s, you have to do an EX move. Level 3s, you can do a special move or like a normal or whatever, right? And level 1s and 2s, you can also cancel off of normals. You know, EX in a level 2 is going to be pretty common, I think. I wonder if this is just like an invincible move? She just goes through it, so it must be strike invincible, right? Anji's spin. It kind of has that energy, unless the move just missed. Yeah, that's the command grab. Damn, that's out of his chunk. Interesting to do drive impact into drive rush for a juggle. Like spend an extra bar to get a little bit more damage. Oh well, you got smoked. And you're burnt out. The funniest thing about this, right, is you end up in the other corner and now you're stunned. Dude, she punches you so hard. Everything she does, boom. You get burnt out from the level 3, automatically cornered by getting hit by it. Dude, like, you know, this target combo 1 hit, reset into drive impact. Get the stun. This move, like, I don't even know. It looks like a Strive wall splat almost before this move hits. You tumble and then she gets the combo after. Before this level 3, she's at full life. Has not been hit. And then wake up level 3, like drive, you know, this destroys your drive gauge. It takes like 2 bars or something, or 3 bars if you get hit by this. And level 3s are like this. And then now you're dead. That's brutal. The other person spent so much drive gauge that when they got hit by the level 3, they got smoked. Manon spends drive impact into drive rush for all this like pressure and, you know, Oki and everything. And then drive rushes again. If you just didn't spend all of the gauge here and this level 3 hit you, it wouldn't burn you out, right? Which means in the corner, that wouldn't be stunned. I love the win pose is just like, I'm gonna carry you out. Let me just take you back to your people. I'm on my way. Manon did a couple of things that look somewhat cool. But mostly it was that Marisa looked really interesting. It looks like a few chargeable normals, and then also some target combos that look like they can be pretty delayed. She also does a lot of damage with her command grab and has an auto corner level 3. She looks fun. I think both of these characters look pretty fun. I actually don't know what character I'm going to play besides, like, I'm going to try Luke, obviously, but I'll probably play Marisa for fun because she just looks like a fun character to play on the side. Yeah, DJ looks super tight. I think DJ looks really, really fun. DJ, Dhalsim. Dude, these characters look sick. You kind of expect the gameplay you get from Dhalsim. He's got his horizontal yoga fire again, which is cool. And he's got some other stuff that looks interesting, but DJ looks way cooler than he did before. He's got a bunch of fake outs that look really fun. Like, yeah, he looks tight. A couple of things to notice in the beginning too is that I feel like the developers on these use a lot of parry. They use so much. Combo, by the way, crouching jab, EX, yoga, and then you get a little knockdown off of it, and for some drive rush pressure. His drive rush doesn't look as stubby as I expected Dhalsim's to look. Yesterday, I think Marisa's looked pretty good, but Manon's look kind of stubby. DJ's is a jump scare. It's some horror movie shit, actually. His drive rush is like a jump scare. There's a couple of jump-ins that you can combo off of. Yeah, I noticed the DJ player basically just hits parry every time Dhalsim teleports. That's the fake fireball from DJ. Did you guys catch that? Dude, it is a jump scare. For most fighting games, but in particular Street Fighter, having a fireball that shoots 2 fireballs without meter is really good, I think. You have a way to beat other characters' projectiles in zoning. Yeah, there is one problem, which is that it probably makes it much worse to drive impact, and the recovery is worse because he has to throw 2 fireballs instead of 1. Being able to beat regular projectiles with your own is really good. Dude, his drive rush is so fast. Yeah, that's the little back sway step that he has. He does the low there. He does an overhead in a later follow-up. The knee. Hey. In the other games, you would just hit down forward or down back, I think also worked. But light kick in the air, this is a jumping command normal that DJ used to be able to use. This move was really pesky to deal with in Street Fighter 4. Really annoying to anti-air, and it was just really low to the ground. And then he gets to juggle the up kicks after. Look at how far his crouching light kick went. And that standing medium kick also seems like a pretty solid poke. Drive impact. Little machine gun upper. Fake out. Look at that. That's the EX fireball fake out. And then this little sway in. Goes for the crouching light kick that time. That is so cool. They made this character sick. Before he was cool too, but the problem was a lot of what he did that was cool even was like, I don't know how else to describe it, but like it was just not functional. In Street Fighter 4, a lot of what he did was not that good. But now they gave him like options that look way more fun. Little poke arena to get the job done. Kind of looks like crouching jab maybe. Or maybe it's like a command normal jab. Yeah, they made him much more unique. I think he was like bad Guile before in a lot of ways, you know what I mean? Damn, nice. Oh, that is cool. The hit stun on this is out of control. I bet there's even more you can do there. Because that was just like a target combo, right? You can probably do like drive rush, button into machine gun upper or something. Hey. Drive impact this time. Juggle. Oh, not enough to kill. Now you're gonna get burnt out. Yeah, DJ's gonna get burnt out for that. See, great example. He spent all that gauge to try to kill because he was like, oh, this will kill. It barely doesn't kill. And then now you have to deal with being burnt out, which is like, uh-oh. You don't have parry anymore or anything. You can see that he's got the burnout animation right now too. Damn, that's taking a lot of drive gauge, by the way. Low profile, pretty close there. Yeah, the slide to go under fireballs. And the way he works in Street Fighter 5 is that he has 3 different ones, right? So he has crouching light kick, slide, medium kick, and heavy kick. So he's got 3 slides. I don't know if he's got 3 slides in this game too. Let's see. Ooh, that seems like a pretty good response. Especially because if you're punishing the landing frames you get of the whatever the jump in is, it's a punish counter. Yeah, Dhalsim has new stuff. He has new normals, and also he has what's it called? Horizontal yoga fire again. in the last game, he didn't have horizontal yoga fire. He only had EX version that went across the screen. He can also throw it up, and he has air fireball now, which is also brand new. Yeah, he has a crouch throw and a regular throw, one that throws you far and one that keeps you closer, right? So yeah, see, that's the overhead that I mentioned earlier. Little fake out. That move is sick. Oh, I'm surprised that reached. I like this meaty fireball. This is what I mentioned earlier about drive impact. Even though it's 2 hits, like, you know, drive impact absorbs 3, right? So you just drive impacts right through it. Probably a little bit more susceptible to drive impact than a lot of other fireballs. This is interesting, by the way. Dhalsim just teleported after drive impact instead of doing a combo. I think to just get the side swap. Let me just get out. And like, instead of doing a combo, I'll just side swap and then I'm chilling. Yeah, good damage on this too. It's level 3. I think the beginning is cool, but the ending is not that cool. What a bar. Oh, that's scary. I think the beginning is really cool, but the end's like kind of just okay. Yeah, the fake fireball is going to be really useful to not only bait people trying to go for... Oh, that was probably bait a throw. This pressure looks pretty scary to deal with. I have to... Yeah, because the minute, you know, like you try to tech, he does the sway. It gets him out of the way of whatever you're trying to do. What up, wizard? And then, boom, he's going to get a big fat combo here, right? And if this low kick is safe, probably really useful, right? Because it's like an evasive move that baits throw. I thought it was safe to jab when he did it earlier. I could be misremembering. That slide also a space to be safe as well, right? What is this anti-air? Is this crouching medium kick or something? I don't know what this is. We haven't seen much Dhalsim pressure, obviously, in this either. We've only seen him do a little bit of drill, and we haven't seen him do much offense. Okay, that was not a punish right there. It would have said punish if it was. So he just got hit, regular hit. It could be that Dhalsim was late, but it also could just be, you know, safe. What a win pose. Riding on the screen is pretty cool. In 4, he could have been cool, but the problem is he was just so bad. He really was just like bad Guile. The coolest thing he had that was unique was his jumps being a really frustrating arc to deal with, but that was like basically it. And like other characters could do that better. And his reward was so weak. Like he's doing jump, medium kick, cross up. Oh, it's so ambiguous. Jab, jab, crouching, medium kick. And then he does it again. It's not like he was doing something sick when he hit you with his hard to block jump in. I mean, he famously has the normal that like forces stand, but it whiffs on crouching characters. Like, what's the point of the normal? So I think it's cool that they decided to make him unique. Like, Dee Jay is now the Ken to Guile's Ryu, you know what I mean? Yeah, Blanka looks wild in this game, like a wild being. But then he's got like these dope overalls. I thought Dee Jay was so cool in the last video the whole time. That's kind of how I feel about JP. JP is so cool. I barely found myself thinking about Blanka just because JP is like a new design and I've seen Blanka a lot. I mean, JP is very tall. Like he's very tall and his crouching animation is like, yeah, even then he looks pretty big. He looks quite stiff in his movement. He's just kind of like very lumbering, immobile looking compared to a lot of the other characters' move speed and stuff. But yeah, he's got some cool stuff, that's for sure. Look at this. So he knocks down and he sets up these seals. These seals let him do a bunch of stuff. He has this zoning that he can do, right? So he shoots this projectile and it comes out of the ground. But these seals on the screen also get influenced by this, right? This is a lot of the screen. Yeah, he's got the psycho power. He tried to do a projectile there. EX Blanka Ball, which historically, the horizontal EX Blanka Ball has been projectile invincible. And then he gets up Blanka Ball, juggle after, into some pressure. That looks like standing medium kick, maybe? Crouching medium punch from Blanka. EX cycle ball, and he gets a little juggle after. And then, yeah, that's the other thing that he can use this for. He can also teleport to it. Not only can you approach off of it, but let's say Blanka moves forward. He could always just teleport to the seal to get away from him, right? Utility there, probably. That's pretty nice. I like that Blanka immediately just parried. Yeah, and parry on the Blanka Ball, too. But look at his walk speed. JP, he does look a little limited in the mobility aspect when he's moving around. Like, you see how slow he is? That anti-air was sick. Look at this shit. And then he has his drive rush after. Little wall bounce, projectile, set up the seal. He got all of that. He got it all. He got the whole thing. That is pretty cool. Air to air. A little dash in throw. Drive rush. That looks like it's hella plus. That normal was plus in Street Fighter 5. So I assume also still plus in this game. Especially off drive rush, right? Because you get the extra frames. Yeah, he looks, I gotta say, his normals don't look huge. When JP is just like, this must be a counter of some kind. And then, oh, it shoots a projectile? What is this? Whatever it does is like, it hits Blanka and then there's a homing projectile on the screen that he used to cross up there. Yeah, he looks a little stumpy when he's not doing his zoning. He looks a little, oh damn, that should break it, right? Oh my god, what? Is this a counter again? Oh, or is it it's like a homing projectile again, I see. And he's just able to block here, and then it hits Blanka. He's got a couple of homing projectiles, right? Yeah, he was able to block really fast. The recovery was extremely quick. But you can see it, I think, pretty often in that he looks a little stuck. When he's got the screen, though, I think he looks really scary. Oh, that looked like it was about to be nasty. The drive rush overhead. Hey, he's got the Blanka ball out. A little Blanka chan. Yeah, I like the parry. That's a good idea. You can throw out the little Blanka dolls, and then there's a meter up top. So you see how it says 2 up here now because he did 1. He had 3 to start. He does electricity, and then that lights him up so he runs on the ground. Yeah, it's basically mini Faust, right? And then the JP just parries it, but that's pretty cool. And you can make him do different things too. Oh, power up. Yeah, I imagine that makes whatever you do off of it what's called advantage anyway. That is probably really annoying when you're burnt out now because everything is even more plus. It's his old V trigger, right? So this is similar to how he works in 5. This thing is like kind of similar to this mode. Same kind of idea. Install that he has. You see how it takes the meter, and then as he does the follow-up Blanka balls, it's draining the rest of his gauge. Yeah, it's his V-trigger from the last game. He's got the close seal this time. You see that? A little bit more defensive. I think having a close seal like that is probably really useful against some characters. Maybe characters with good anti-projectile stuff like Blanka. Typically, Blanka is one of the characters who has the, better anti-projectile moves, right? Because between EX ball, regular ball, slide, oh my god. Counter hit, like he gets punished counter ball, and then he can do drive rush slide. Look at how far away that is. And then he gets to just drive rush in. Costs 1 gauge. That is spooky. Oh, electricity didn't reach. I like that he gets a little meaty projectile there. He can probably do that little crouching heavy punch anti-air into the seal too, I would guess. Punish counter grab gives you some extra time. I wonder if this is actually a grab. I think he does have a ranged command grab, right? It gives him some time to set up after too, which is nice. Is May a Blanka-like? She's been called worse. Ooh. Yeah, that was pretty nice. It's cancelable, huh? Look at Blanka go. He's just vibing. Normally, I think most people think about this move as an anti-air, right? But this actually seems like it goes pretty far. A lot of the buttons in this game are really hard to get away from. They have a lot of horizontal range. Trying to walk away from characters when they're swinging at you, you're just like, dude, I can't get away. Everything is like, you're always in range, right? Blanka looks boring. I mean, he's Blanka. Like, he's doing a lot of the same stuff he's done in all the old games. But I think this JP character looks very cool. You may think like, well, can't Blanka just parry everything? But you can always bait parries with projectiles or by making them hold it longer by doing fast or slow fireballs. Anybody who's played the game can tell you that trying to just parry all the projectiles, like, it doesn't really work that well. If you just parry every time, then what ends up happening is you just waste drive gauge. I mean, we didn't get to see it used in a very long form way, but like it's probably supposed to be a thing where he like sets up all 4 of these like projectiles on screen, right? And then they like each home in on you. Like you see how it was like the bottom right and then the top left homed in, and then that gives him time to like teleport around, and like he's probably got some cool stuff to do with it. We just didn't get to see it because Blanka got hit. It's true, it's the ghost hockey. It's time. JP, he has pretty funny poses, I think, like in that he whiffed the parry right there thinking the Blanka ball was coming, and that's why he's burned out. It happens to you that easily. And then you just lose. Everything is just way more plus, so you're like, well. He did the close spike here, and Blanka tries to parry it. So he does this, and then Blanka parries, so he loses drive gauge. And then that time he actually parries it, right? And then JP tries to parry the Blanka ball. You just get punish counter thrown like this, and Blanka gets to chunk your drive gauge. Have I decided my main in Street Fighter 6? I actually don't know. I'll try Manon probably. I want to see what Lily does too, if she's like straight up just T-Hawk or not. I want to try Dee Jay also. Yeah, Dee Jay looks fun. Yeah, I like Jury. I'm happy that she came back. I'm kind of sad that she didn't come back as more of a fireball character like she was in 4. I played her in the beta, and then I switched to Luke, and I had more fun playing Luke. I played Street Fighter 6 Luke, and then I went and played Street Fighter 5 Luke. I've never played him, and I was like, holy shit. This character is pretty fucking buff, huh? I don't think people understand how dominant Luke is. For the people who are like, you know, they complain about all the characters in their game, this is Luke's usage rate in CPT. There's like 11 or 12 Lukes qualified for Capcom Cup out of 11 out of 46 or something, 47. Like, I don't know. It's pretty wild to think about the difference. I think if you don't play Street Fighter, you probably, or even if you play Street Fighter and you don't watch CPT, you probably don't know just how prominent the character is. Like, he's good at basically everything, and he's extremely well-rounded. Yeah, he's pretty ham. Sucks that they couldn't do one more small balance, but I mean, they did. This is nerfed Luke. I went to like a Twitch gathering. There's a lot of creators there, and we were talking with Twitch people. I said something along the lines of, I stream at the same time every day, Monday through Friday. Like, I have the same schedule. They were just like, you click go live every day at the same time? And I was like, yeah. They're like, wow, I'm really impressed. And then the other streamers were like, oh my God, how do you do it? How do you manage to click the go live button every single? And I'm like, you guys, like, are you pieces of shit? Like, what? I don't know how else to ask it, but like, you're not capable of setting a schedule of some kind? Like, what do you mean? Have you ever worked the job? Yeah, like, I was like, I should not be getting celebrated for this. You know what I mean?